The offence of incitement to racial hatred involves publishing or distributing material which is insulting or abusive, which is intended to or likely to start racial hatred. So if you retweet that, then you're republishing that, and then potentially you're committing that offence. And we do have dedicated police officers who are scouring social media. Their job is to look for this material and then follow up with identification arrests and so forth. So it's a really, really serious. People might think they're not doing anything harmful. They are.
Stephen Parkinson, the Director of Public Prosecutions in the UK, has threatened Twitter users if they repost images of the UK riots. The UK riots were started when 3 Taylor Swift fans, who were very young, were unalived by a crazed criminal who was also a child himself. The riots took on a racial element because of the race of the perpetrator in this case. And the Director of Public Prosecutions is effectively the lead prosecutor in the country, akin to the Attorney General in America. And he's threatened those who are posting the riots, not making any comment, doing anything of that sort, simply posting videos of the riot. He's threatened them with prison. Why is this? It's due to the fact that England does not have robust free speech laws. So police officers and the law enforcement element of the country can get away with doing things like this. The law he's specifically talking about is under the Public Order Act of 1986, Section 19, which says a person who publishes or distributes written material which is threatening, abusive, or insulting is guilty of an offense if he intends thereby to stir up racial hatred, or having regards to all the circumstances, racial hatred is likely to be stirred up thereby. How are they going to prove that if you simply post a video? It'll be very interesting to see how they prove what's called intent, because they would have to show in court that the intent of that person was to stir up racial hatred rather than to simply report the news. However, there are lots of laws in the UK which abridge the right to free speech, such as the Malicious Communications Act. If you say something which a person deems offensive or which could be seen as racially insensitive using electronic medium such as email, Twitter, etc., you could be arrested on the Malicious Communications Act. There is also another act too, such as Racial and Religious Hatred Act of 2006, which states that if you distribute or show or play a recording of visual images which are threatening, you are guilty if you intend to stir up religious hatred. Again, how would they prove what the intent is without any further context? It'll be interesting to see. But again, it goes to why something like, for example, the First Amendment of the Constitution in America is so powerful, because it allows people to speak on very controversial, topical, sensitive issues without fear of arrest. That same privilege which you don't get, or right as the case may be, which you don't get in the UK. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.